But yeah, speaking of energy, welcome to the stream. I'll say it in a very low energy way. I hope you're having a great week. Midweek already. Look at us. Mind your ears as I pop this game open. Controller plugged in. Excellent. Oh, I didn't restock my water before hitting go live. Oh, man. Do I suffer with little water for the sake of continuation? Or do I awkwardly get up and go to the fridge to restock my water before we actually go in? The eternal debate. I'm gonna choose the latter. So I'm gonna let you just listen to this main menu music as I go fill my water. Did I order new water? No, I just didn't. I didn't refill my water. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. I don't think we need to do any kind of recap or anything, but I will say, thinking about it the last couple days, and I massively apologize to potentially anyone watching this who is playing the game alongside me, or is, you know, doesn't know the final outcome or, you know, of the game or whatever, but I'm so confident in saying this. I was thinking about it the last couple days. I'm like, and I know immediately when I say this, I'm going to be so fucking wrong. I'm like 99% sure. It makes too much sense that where the story is for some reason leading up to, that Ray, the Pixar desk lamp, is ultimately going to be the big bad. And he has the ability to possess bodies. And this is a guaranteed Austin locked theory. There's no way in hell that I'm gonna be wrong. Dude, I cannot help but laugh when I say that, because I know immediately when I do, it's like, everyone who knows what ends up happening is laughing at me, and I can't stand the thought of people laughing at me. I know it happens quite frequently, but as long as I, like, don't think about it, it doesn't hurt my feelings too much. But, like, man, it just makes too much sense, you know? Oh, I thought my controller wasn't working for a second there. Well, I know the fact that someone controls bodies was said in game. That's what I'm saying. I'm just linking the two. I'm not saying my theory of the fact that bodies are being controlled isn't necessarily my theory. My theory is just I'm linking that to Ray. I can't wait for Ghost Puzzle. The real star of this video game. All right, let's get me in. Sorry, I'm adjusting my mic here. God, I'm so awkward tonight. Also, I don't know if did I talk about this on... I think I talked about it. I must have on some stream. I don't know if it was a ghost trick or not. But I was talking about how, like, I've been doing, like, with a pinched nerve in, like, my neck for, like, the past week. Couple starting, you know, it took me a few days for me to be like, oh, I should probably be doing, like, certain, like, physical therapy, like, movements to try to make it feel better. I think I'm on the up and up. I think it's starting to feel better. It still hurts, but I can't, like, you can almost, like, when you have, like, a pinched nerve, like, I've had them in my back before. I don't know if I've ever had it in the neck like I am now, but, like, you can start to, like, feel, you start to feel the, like, the pain starting to subside, or, more scarily, my body is just now getting used to the hurt and the pain. And maybe I've grown numb to the pain. That's the, that would be the other way of potentially looking at it. But it's getting better, I think. So. Here we go. Temsick Park. The site. My mic is still not where I want it to be. You know what it is? I always talk about how, like, I posture myself in a certain way about how I want to speak into the mic when I'm here at my desk, and then I immediately start reading Temsick Park, and then my body goes brrr, and I start slouching, and then I'm like, oh, the mic's not where I want it to be. Fuck. Temsick Park, the site of the little lady Kamila's abduction tonight, and the place where an important piece of evidence, the music box, was hidden. Oh yeah, the music box, I remember. Why is he on a swing? I wonder why our lady detective is looking so dejected. At least she isn't dead. But what did she find? Leaflet? Huh? What's he doing here? Here I go. Alright. La 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 la. I didn't get to read it. The world will not end if the food delivery is a little late. La la. I didn't get to read the first sentence. It was on auto scroll for some reason. A little late. It's already ice cold. Oh, I can't reread it either. Damn. Give me your head. Give me your head, give me your head, give me your head. I'm in the globe. Oh, I'm just moving, dude. Rugby ball. Eh. Oh, there you are, Sissel. From your dejected expression, I gather... I really like this tune. I don't think I've appreciated enough, or have out loud appreciated enough, the, some of the tracks in this game. Alright, from your dejected expression, I gather you didn't find what you were looking for. Right, can't find the music box anywhere. But I found something else instead. Something horrible. Horrible? What is it? A severed arm. There, in the grass. You better see for yourself. Oh, it's a dead. It looks like a dead body. I nearly died when I saw it. And I suppose now that we found it, we can't just leave it there, can we? Nope, suppose not. Nope. Oh, yeah, this person. Stop the park from being turned into a housing site. Protect the park, the Rock of the Gods. You there. I do not remember what voice I gave this person the first stream or second stream, but it's fine. We're improvising. You're talking to me, aren't you? I have some leaflets for you. Leaflets I know you'll be very interested in. I urge you to peruse it thoroughly. Examine it in detail. Never mind that right now. Do you remember your name? My name. My name. What does my name matter when there are more important things to worry about? Okay. Come now and study these tracks with me, my brother. Come and learn about the Rock of the Gods with me. The night is no longer young. As a matter of fact, daybreak is approaching. But we are young. Look, I don't have time to get involved in your way of life, but I am interested in your way of death. So let's go back. Back to 4 minutes before your death. Rewind. And so I made up my mind. I resolved to live here in this park and defend it. Okay. And what does that have to do with this Rock of the Gods you mentioned? You still don't appear to understand. It's written quite clearly in the 4th leaflet in great detail. Excuse me, but I have to use the restroom. It's a good character. Eek! I'm coming! Just hold on! I'll be right there! I've located the target, beauty. A girl the right age, coming out of the right apartment building at the right time. Got tripped up there a bit. Yes, my dear. I'll ever so gently nab her and come right back to your side. Good evening, young lady. Won't you come with me? Oh gods, what do I do? What should I do? I have to do something. Huh. Oh, snap. What? That's good. What in the world? What just happened? Oh, that's Mino. Mino? Mino the mascot, the symbol of Temsic Park. Forget about the name of that big creepy lump of concrete. I'm talking about the way it changed direction. Did you see that? Yes. Yes, I did. We witnessed it with our own eyes. The power of the Rock of the Gods. That was the power of the gods. The power of the gods saved that little girl. And then that same power very deliberately crushed you instead? Yes. Yes, precisely. That is called the mischief of the gods. Was it the mischief of the gods, or was it a ghost trick? But, nah, it couldn't have been a ghost trick. No ghost trick could change the direction of something that heavy in midair. But, wait a minute. What if there was somebody with much greater powers than me? That's that old Ray. I'm sure of it. I'm sure. Completely unserious streamer. Alright, here we go. Look at that. There's another flame besides mine. Oh, is that the flame of a god, is it? But hold on. Your spirit's a flame too, isn't it? Yeah? So? Pardon me, but are you a god? I sincerely doubt it. At the last minute, that big lump of concrete made a huge swing to one side. That's probably that flame's doing. Who could it be? I definitely believe it's either a god or somebody god-related. I'd better try talking to this person. What the? This person with much greater powers than me. It's you. Hey. Huh? Sissel. Oh my, it's Missile. You look, well, for being dead. Did you see? Did you see what I did? I did it. I tried really hard and I did it. I saved Miss Camilla. Are you telling me I was done in by a puppy dog? Missile, what's going on? How'd you get the powers of the dead? I'm glad you asked. After Miss Camilla went out and you left? I worked like crazy to make my own path, and I did it. And then I followed Miss Camilla out into the big wide world. I truly thought the game was about to tell me that the dog just kept running into the door enough that it knocked itself out. And then turned into a ghost with the ghost powers. I literally thought we were about to see something horrific like that. I was like, oh my god. Alright. I was like, wow, that's kind of weirdly dark. And then I followed Miss Camilla out into the big wide world. And then, here at this park, I found her at last. Yes, you guessed it, I barked. You bet I did, and I went running after her, too. Oh my god. Missile. What, really? No way. And then I guess I died. And then I was unconscious for a little while. When I came to, it was all over. Poor, poor Miss Camilla. Crushed under that big, scary lump. Oh, oh, what have I done? I'm so sorry, little lady. Please forgive me. Miss Camilla! I had to rescue Miss Camilla. It was up to me. I cried out from the depths of my heart. And then... I can't tell you how surprised I was. But I bet you understand, right? Better than probably anybody else could. And I remembered what you did for me, how you saved me. So, you went back, right? Back to 4 minutes before the little lady's death? You bet I did! Yes, my dear, I'll ever so gently nab her and come right back to your side. Sack. Now's my chance. I thought I saw the core. I don't know, it looks pretty far. I stretched out my paw toward the core. Ooh, how I felt at that moment. I'd love for you to be able to feel it too. Go ahead, Sissel, go ahead and try it for yourself. Oh, wants me to do it. Whoa, big line. I can't believe it. How could you connect over such a great distance? Well, they don't call me Missile for nothing. And so then you manipulate that Mino thing and threw it aside. Right on top of my head. Well, no, actually. Huh? I can't manipulate things like you can, Sissel. You can't? Then how did you? I didn't know what to do. Then I happened to see something out of the corner of my eye. And it had a core too. A single leaf hanging from the tree. I tried reaching out to the leaf. What in the world? I can't manipulate things, but apparently I can swap them. As long as the two things are the same shape, that is. Swap things with the same shape? Go ahead and try it. Press swap. Swap. Wild. That's incredible. And so, that's how you saved your mistress, is it? And that's how I became caught up in this, is it? I'm very sorry! My powers were too meager. Meager? Because you see, I saw one more. I happened to notice one more core. There was something with the exact same shape stuck in the branches of a tree. Hey, you're right. If Mino could be swapped again with that, then disaster wouldn't have rained down on my head. But what is that thing? It's too big to be a leaf. Whatever it is, I'd much prefer it on my head than Mino. So why didn't you swap them, Missile? I couldn't. I can stretch out my paw a little further than you can, Sissel. But this was just too far for me. I couldn't reach. I gotta combine ghost powers. Fusion, ha. I must admit, it's a fascinating spectacle of a death, if I do say so myself. I kept retrying over and over, seeing if there was anything I could do. Bet there's something you can do now. Huh? If we work together, you and me. Sissel, you think so? I don't plan on letting anybody die in front of me tonight. Do you think you could help me? Of course! Naturally! So, we're gonna drop that Mino thing in a different spot. Okay, let's try it. Let's go back again to 4 minutes before. Alright, let's get started. It's the old pigskin. 4 minutes from now, you'll swap Mino with the leaf. And then, you have to swap Mino with something else. Something with the same shape. Oh, I believe that's a... Oh, it's not a football. It's a rugby ball! Okay, rugby ball, huh? But with the rugby ball where it is now, Missile can't reach it. So that means I have to move it closer somehow. Looks like you and I will have to work together on that one, Missile. Okay, I'm ready. Whenever you want to use my swap trick, just press R2. That way, you'll be able to control me. And then, if you press R2, control will come back to me. Okay, let's try it. Together we can stop Mino from hurting anybody. Ghosts. Ghost. Look how big. Such a big line. How exciting. What happens if I do this? I'm sorry about all this trouble, Sissel. If only my paw could reach a little further, I could have swapped that big lump one more time. Swapped it with that rugby ball in the chair nearby. That's alright. That's what we're going to do now. Together. I'm going to give it my best. First thing to do is to find a path to that rugby ball. Oh, I got the extension, dude. I'm in the football. Look at this funny flattened ball. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and call myself an expert on balls or anything, but like, I'm pretty sure rugby balls don't have that kind of like color scheme to it. Like that looks like exactly like a football. And the rugby balls I've seen aren't colored like a football. I mean, I'm not trying to get particular about it. I'm not, you know, I'm not willing to die upon this hill. But I would like to point out the inconsistency, or at least seeming, I don't even say inconsistency, just wrong, just wrongness. Anyway, it's the same shape as that horrible Mino, but it's too far to swap from here. Even this ball is starting to look horrible to me. I have to find a way to get this ball closer to that Mino thing. Knock it down from the tree, I say. There must be something we can do. Okay, so I assume there's going to be some combination. So, yeah, the dog can't manipulate items. So you would have to get... Why am I being moved? Oh. The rest of the event is happening. Dumpster lid open? No, that's not what I meant to hit. Open that lid. Yeah. Ah. Oh, snap. Oh, God. Baseball. I don't want to talk. Do I have to get... I think I was probably close, or late, too late, right? Something seemed like it had to happen with that baseball landing in there or something. I'm just smashing buttons. Okay, let me try. I'm gonna try to get the umbrella open before that baseball thing happens. One second. Alright, sorry about that. That was a little scary. I could have sworn I heard like a man's voice like talking right outside my door. Like my front door. So I heard it through my headphones. And I was concerned. But I don't know what was going on. So if there's I don't know what it could be, but if it's something bad, maybe tonight. I'm just a little spooked. It's fine. Here we go. Don't worry about it. Okay. I think I gotta get me first over there. Sorry about the disruption. Alright, baseball. Over to this thing. Well, would you look at that? Sure are a whole lot of round things around here. Oh boy. That means it's time for me, right? Oh boy. My hair is also round. Let's see. To use missile's powers, I just tap R2. Try and see what happens. Oh, I gotta get, like, missile. And then what? How do I... Wait, how do I swap? Oh, I probably gotta connect two things. Duh. I see. I was like, I thought... I don't know what I thought. But I don't know if this is what I want to necessarily do, is it? Because now I'm... Is it not going to be the baseball? I might as well continue with my plan as originally concocted. Okay, something, I don't know if I... I'm not sure I like this. Does tire change anything being there? Okay. No. But I'm going to assume the game wants me to change something or use missile's power there because it brought it up. I would assume there's something for me to do there. God, why do I keep hitting that button to go this? Okay. Let's just experiment. Basketball in that. So heavy I can't move very much. Maybe because of that swap I made. Guess the little ball is about all the weight I can handle. Okay. So you're saying I should maybe... No. And then R to it. And then move this. And then, oh, but then, see, I hate that. Move you out of the way. And then go. Yeah. Oh, but then it comes back. So why would I want to put a tire in here? I didn't get to try my original plan though. I should have tried to see if my original plan was bust from the start. You know what I mean? Would you look at that? Ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba-da. Great, that means it's time for me. Great. Your hair's also round. Good to know. And then... Oh, but I might have to... Oh, you can't get back once you're... Oh, wait, you can move. Okay. Fuck, but then you need to get me up there to do the whole... Okay, maybe that's what this wants me to do. Fuck. If I can move... What happens when I exit this? Okay, I can't... Okay, that's totally fine, I think. I need to get... For me to at least try my original plan of doing something with the umbrella, the ball launching into it, I have to get Sissel up there. But I need to do that while he's... I either have to change something else or do it while he's spinning. Look at this funny flattened ball. Same shape. Same shape. See, and then the baseball go... Well, no, it's fine if the baseball's like that. I need to get... See, the game is auto getting to this next point. I don't think I can open up... As it currently is, I cannot... The game is not allowing me to open the umbrella before he gets to the seesaw and does this thing. So my original plan, unless there's some way of, like, launching Sissel up the tree using the dog somehow else. So I'm going to assume I can't. I'm not. My idea sucks. The only other thing is we've seen what happens. We've seen what happens when the tire gets launched. We've seen what happens when the baseball gets launched. Let me just see what happens when the basketball goes up. I don't think we've seen that yet. At least I don't think we have. Spin, 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 tra-la-la. Basketball. I mean, I'm going to assume that it has the solution's got to. I again maybe talking very incorrectly, but I'd imagine you have to do something with launching a thing because it takes such a deliberate movement. You'd also think that the game is signposting that when you get here, it says, "Oh, the dog can move the balls and the tire and everything." So you'd assume it wants you to do it here for some reason. Round things. Oh boy, that means time for me. Hairs round. Great. Missiles powers, just tap R2. And then the game specifically says that only when the baseball's on top can I move the seesaw. Because I'm too weak otherwise. Make sure there's nothing off to any of these sides. Okay. He can still, even if I swap this, he's still able to like jump and make his way over there. It's not like this prevents him from making the leap or anything. If there was, and usually these puzzles have had like a benchmark thing, right? Like I do something that buys me a bit of time. So if I'm trying to think of that, and it's like, okay, you're thinking of like, I don't care about the ball. God, I really wish the game would know that I don't need to see this dialogue anymore. The other thing is it potentially, I mean, it might be reaching, but is the umbrella close enough in shape when it's closed to match the love letter on the balloon thing? Who can say? And then a swing. So I very much need to do something. What do I do? Just not seeing it. Whatever it is. Is it something crazy like, I guess I could find the answer to this pretty shortly, but like, while the ball is in midair, can I swap? Or am I locked out of animation? Yeah, I'm locked out. Okay. I want to make sure. Testing everything I can. God, do I feel stupid. Fuck, I hate having to restart because I have to see the stupid dialogue that I keep seeing. God damn it. I'm failing at the puzzle and there's a person who's gonna murder me outside my apartment or something. God. All right. Switch. 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 Oh, I really fucked up. Wait, can I not? did I just like... Is that a way to like just completely soft lock the puzzle? Yep, there are 3 things. Yep, good, good, thank you. I know the game keeps trying to tell me it has something to do with him stepping on the seesaw and launching a thing. I just can't tell if I'm missing something. The problem is, Sissel cannot get over to this rotating globe thing until the guy starts spinning on it, and by that point, it's almost like too late. So then that's why my brain keeps thinking, is there some way to get the dog to assist you to get Sissel back up the tree? And that's where my brain just keeps going. Is there a way to get Sissel up the tree before he gets to the globe? And even if there was like a perfectly round object in the tree, you can't put Sissel inside of a thing and then have the dog just switch 2 objects with one of them having Sissel in it, because the moment you try doing something like that, it does something like that. Also, can I not do the thing because its profile is not exactly round as it is right now? That's so strange. Then is there a thing where... God, it would be especially devilish if there was, like, a crucial switch you have to make while this thing is spinning around. Because it takes on, like, a different perspective or something. You know what I mean? No, I don't want to go. Just don't make me look at this again. For fuck's sake. I really wish it did not think that you needed to see the same dialogue. Again, it's very frustrating to be looking and trying to solve a puzzle and, like, racking a bunch of things in your brain. And then constantly just keep getting broken up with the most inane dialogue where you're just like, I know, it's the 5th time I've seen it at least. Like, I can't swap tire and the baseball now because it's being spun and it looks like a whatever. It's not like he hits himself with the item. At least doesn't look like it is. Moving seesaw allows me to get the first chance of me going over here, getting the dialogue where he says there's 3 things. God, I know it's a me problem that I'm just not seeing something, but like, God, I was really excited. I was like, oh, this is cool. They're introducing like a new take on the power you have, a new spin. And now I'm just like frustrated. I'm just like, God, this sucks. I'm not seeing the thing they clearly want me to see. It has to be. There's some weird combination of these 3 circle items. Tire, baseball, basketball. Whatever it is, it gets launched up in there. Originally, my thought was baseball into umbrella, but I can't seemingly get into the umbrella prior to man spinning and completing his thing. Tire. What I'm trying to think is what, other than baseball or any other items getting launched up by Seesaw, is there any reason why putting a certain item in here does anything for me? Doesn't seem to change. I've seen him spin it around, whether it's the tire, basketball, or baseball. I cannot move until he starts moving it. And just to make sure that I'm not being really dumb. No. That doesn't make it any closer. Alright, fuck it. I'm just gonna have to look it up. At least this one section. I don't know. I'd rather not sit here for another half an hour, possibly not solving this. Let me see. Boom. I just need to see what, no, it's all good. I'd rather just look up what I want to see. Okay, so I mean, I'm trying not to scroll too far so I don't spoil too much, but like, apparently I'm on the right track. I've got something right. I'm not crazy here. Okay, so get. All right, let me try. Hit the wrong button. Fuck. Okay, so let me see. Okay, wait. Ah. But no, he... Okay, I think I'm... Okay, I think what it is... I truly just think I'm not timing it right. I think I'm on the right track. The guide thing I was looking at isn't making it 100% clear, but I think I get basically Like, I was right. I'm just not doing it fast enough. Like, I had the thing. I think there's just a very specific timing on it. You have to get it down. Which I was right about, because I was like, oh, he's going too soon. He's jumping on the fucking thing. So really, you can make the argument that, like, I'm not wrong. It's not me who's crazy. Okay, let it go. Oh, get the dog out of here. No, I see. I think no. See, I think I did the same exact wrong thing. No, don't hop off. Ah. I'm so fucking determined. The fire has been lit. I'm so determined to get this. I couldn't. I'm becoming a pro at this whole section, though. Don't even worry about it. God, it takes forever for this dialogue to cross. Or go past. Whatever the fuck word I'm trying to think of. Alright, get over here, dog. Swap. No. Alright, let me try one more thing here. Oh, no. Also, the leaflets... Alright, I need to use a better site. Because the leaflets aren't even actually fucking... The cores on the things don't look like they're interactable, seemingly, like right here in this freeze frame. Alright, I'm now watching something else. Let me see. So why? me see something. Okay, I think I have an idea. I'm just pressing random buttons. Fuck. Alright, we're once more with feeling. I think I understand what the game is trying to... Annoyingly, I think I get what the game is doing to me. I think... I don't know if this is going to make a ton of sense, and we're going to find out if I'm right about what I'm saying here, but I think the game is getting upset that I'm moving the objects before getting Sissel up the tree. I think just based on the one video I just now saw, I think it's as if... Let me see. Now I might be... I just might be making random stuff up, so maybe I have no idea what I'm actually talking about, but... you can just stay there. I hit the wrong button. Oh my god. I'm such a disaster. No, he doesn't. So why is it different? Why am I literally... I am literally watching a video where it does the thing I just did. Or maybe not. Wait. We gotta see. What's the difference between what I'm doing... I'm literally... Okay, so it goes in. I'm so pissed. I might be actually really pissed. Once more with feeling. It's this spin action, I think. I'm so pissed. Wait. Now what can I do? Barrel won't close. Ball must be in the way. Well, I guess we don't have to close it. he's in the basketball now. It's a funny flattened ball. Yeah, just in case you were wondering if I saw anything beyond the one exact answer I needed, I have not. So now I'm like, now I'm lost again. Find a way to get this ball closer. Knock it down from the tree. There must be something we can do. Okay. So... we have a basketball in the umbrella. Can't close it. Now can I move or swap? At least worth trying, right? I should be reading. I've still entered, like, I'm just hard at trying to solve puzzle mode. We can move the missile, something along those lines. With the ball there? I think I can do it. Just a few seconds. You'll swap Mina with the leaf. And then, from there, you can swap Mina one more time. Final moment is near. Missile, are you ready? You bet! Bark. Bark. Do I need to do a timing thing on this? I'm scared. I'm afraid. Did I have to... or is it just gonna do it for me? Aha! Okay, watch me, Missile. Here I go! Fishing touch, you can do it, Missile. Swap Mina with the ball! So fucking absurd, dude. Well... apologies. That's all I can say. I was a bad pilot for this puzzle. There, how's that? My head has been spared. Truly, that was a try worthy of the gods. And now, Mino is right where it belongs. We did it again, didn't we? Didn't we? Unfortunately, the dog is not cheering me up right now. Now nobody has to die. Except for one brave little somebody. Huh? Talking about you, Missile. Oh, me? I guess you're right. I'm still dead, aren't I? So now let's go back and save your life. Wait a minute. What is it? Now that I think about it, I think I want to stay dead a little longer. What? When I was alive, I couldn't even help Miss Camilla when she was in trouble. I want to be able to protect Miss Camilla. And to do that, I need these powers I have now. That's really adorable of the dog. I am more useful dead than alive. I see. Perfectly understandable. Even I wish I had powers like that. Hey, we just saved you. Don't wish your life away already. Oh, of course, you're right. Okay, Missile, have it your way. By the way, Mr. Reckless Youth, there's a certain detective who needs that music box you found. When we get back to the present time, could you give it to her? Certainly, you have my word. Let's go back then to the present. And so, Camilla ended up in the hands of the kidnappers. We weren't able to change that part. Lynn listened to my story without saying anything. I'm sorry. I wish there was something else I could have done. No, you did your best you could. The best you could. I'm sure she's alright, after all. After all, she has me! Bark, bark. Missile, are you in there? I mean, let's break down exactly the one thing I missed on that puzzle. Literally, The fact that I should have spun the thing while he was on the thing, while they were on the thing. Like, I hate how, like, you know, sometimes, all right, here I go criticizing this game. Get ready for it. I love how sometimes these puzzles are put together, and sometimes they're like, oh, okay, I see it, I understand. I will say, never during these puzzles, I don't think I've ever had like a, oh, that's so brilliant type moment. And I think that's the one weak side to the puzzles. And then the fact that, like, and maybe this is just puzzles in general, and maybe I'm just trying to look for something to complain about here. I'm fully willing to admit that. But, like, I'm annoyed that, like, the whole puzzle was very crucial that I saw, and, like, one little tiny thing of, like, oh, you gotta spin the fucking globe thing while the person was in there. Like, it's such a tiny, minute detail that was driving me insane that I couldn't just fucking, like, remember or think that, oh, there's that thing as I'm moving around everything else. Whatever, I think I'm just upset. I think I'm just looking for a reason to be upset. I mean, I gotta blame somebody other than myself, right? Damn. It's just, I feel bitter about it all. Anyway, Miss Lynn, leave Miss Camilla to me. I know, that's the thing. It's like the one object I fucking missed. It's like the one thing. The absolute one thing. It's actually crazy. I think that's why it upsets me the most. It's like the one thing I didn't check and double check. Alright. I know I don't look like much right now, but I'm sure I can help her. Missile? Eek. Well, there goes your dog. There's the dog. There's the dog. Miss Lynn! Goodbye! Goodbye! I'm going to leave it up to Missile. Kind of looks like Missile's going to be left out to the wind. Oh! I have something to give you. Stop the park from being turned into a housing site. Protect the park, the Rock of the Gods. Aren't you forgetting your promise? Oh, pardon me, pardon me. My apologies, this is for you. Oh. You kept the music box safe, didn't you? Thank you. Not at all. I was only doing what the Rock of the Gods would have wanted. What's the matter? Cow got your tongue? He's mesmerized by my beauty. Hey, the cat's not allowed to get your tongue. Excuse me, but are you... No, it couldn't be. Have we met before? Aren't you that little girl from that time? I'll never forget it. It was 10 years ago in the park. Or in this park. 10 years ago. Are you talking about... Trick time. Who do I want to talk to? Here in this park, the gods surely control fate. Today, 10 years from that day, we met once again. If that isn't the power of the gods, then what else is it? Could just be coincidence. But apparently you know our lady detective here. Could you tell us about it? About what happened 10 years ago? Yes, of course. I was actually about to do just that. What's this Rock of the Gods you keep mentioning? Don't you know? It's right there in front of us. Missile. Wait a minute. You say gods, but do you mean dogs? No way. Of course not. Oh, don't be silly. There's no time for ridiculous word games. You are standing just above the Rock of the Gods now. Take a good look at that monument. Monument? Rock of the Gods, Temsic Park. The Rock of the Gods. The rock is buried in the ground right there. It's been there these 10 years. Ever since that day, it flew down from the heavens and showed us a miracle. A miracle? So this rock you've been talking about is a meteorite? Precisely. It dropped from the sky on that day 10 years ago. Yes, of course. Surely you know all about it. Me? That day, I just happened to be passing through this park. I had no idea that day would change my destiny. The sun was going down and, through the gloom, I heard the scream of a little girl. Eek. Now, just calm down and drop that weapon. Stay back if you come any closer. I'll shoot her. I peeked out fearfully from the bushes and saw some shadowy figures. I didn't see the face of the criminal clearly. I knew I should do something to help, but I couldn't move. The tension was so thick, it was painful, just when I couldn't stand it any longer. That's when it happened. The sky suddenly burned bluish white. Bang. When it crashed into the ground, the meteorite gave off a shower of beautiful fragments. And then I saw it. One of those beautiful fragments pierced into the criminal's back. Yeah. The judgment of the gods was brought down on the park that day. "10 years ago, the little girl that was you was saved by the Rock of the Gods." Oh my, I can't believe it. The Rock of the Gods was given the name Temsic, and still today, it lies sleeping deep in the park's earth. I never knew about this Temsic. I always thought Detective Jowd was the one who saved me. You were very young then, and you passed out from the shock of being taken hostage. Of course you wouldn't remember. But that's funny. A huge incident like that should have caused quite a stir. Strange you never heard of it, Lynn. It is, isn't it? But now that I think about it, I remember I didn't want to think about what happened. I avoided the news and I never came back to this park again. That's why I didn't know anything about it. The meteorite was named Temsic after the name of this park that it fell in, and then the Rock of the Gods was forgotten. Now an awful thing is happening. They're talking about turning the park into a housing site. I'll never forget the miracle I witnessed that day. And so I've taken up residence in this park and I'm trying to appeal to the people. Protect the park, the Rock of the Gods, that is my mission. I see. Mia says, I have a person that just runs across the future events. Oh, nice. I was literally about to be like, oh, I'm sure, I feel like, Temsic is backward something. I was like, it seems like it's alluding to something. I'm taking you with me, Missile. So 10 years ago, the little girl that was Lynn wasn't aware of the meteorite. I get that, but Detective Jowd, on the other hand, there's no way he didn't know about this Temsic thing. And if he knew, and the man died, I took his life. What was that confession of his all about? The rocks of the gods that fell from the sky 10 years ago changed the destinies of many people's lives, like the ripples on a pond when a pebble is dropped in. With every answer I get, I learn about a new mystery. Will I be able to break the chain of mysteries before dawn? No. Anyway, now that we have the evidence we need, we decide to meet up again at the minister's office. Besides, there are a few things I want to ask Detective Jowd. We found the music box, Detective Jowd. Good job, Lynn. I knew you would. I forgot what voice I'd given him. Once everything had been resolved, I wanted to give this to him. I wanted you to give this to him. Him? You mean Inspector Cabanela, right? I don't suppose he'll ever forgive me. Detective Jowd. Now then, let's get this thing open. There's a certain knack to doing it, you know. See? Calls that a knack. Looks more like brute strength to me. Here you are. You should find scorch marks on the grip. Scorch marks? When Camilla built her contraption, she used a special kind of string. It's a kind magicians use. Burns up in an instant, disappears. Why would little Camilla use something like that? I don't know. Maybe because she's a detective's daughter. Not leaving any evidence behind and all that. Ha ha! In the case report, there was mention of some scorch marks. When it happened, Camilla was watching from her hiding place. She saw a flame run to the gun, something she naturally didn't include in her design. I took the gun out of the frame and replaced it with a picture. If you remove the picture, you should find scorch marks behind on the frame, too. And those marks should match up with the ones on the gun. In other words, proves the contraption existed there in that room that day. And it didn't work the way your little girl intended, is that right? Exactly. Some cowardly culprit modified the design. But that angle was never brought up in court. And so, as Justice Minister, I must call off the execution at this point. I knew I was right. It wasn't Detective Jowd. Now we can finally prove that. Thank goodness. Thank you, Lynn. In those eyes of yours, I see the eyes of that little girl from 10 years ago. What's the matter? I just don't know. What should I have done 5 years ago? Back then, nobody had any way of knowing the true nature of the manipulator. It wasn't anybody's fault that we didn't know the truth. Do you really think so? You know what fucking bugs me the most? Especially like VOD watchers, right? When I'm doing that puzzle, they can immediately go back to the point at the start when we entered the park. And I even register and spin the fucking globe thing faster. And I notice it and I pick up on it and I say the thing. It's like I know I should just forget it. The past is in the past at this point. But I'm gonna be laying my head upon my pillow tonight, thinking back on this stream as I always do, and going, ah, that's where I really fucked up. And then I'll probably cry a little, and I'll cry myself to sleep. Again, as I often do. How upsetting. Just all around. Ugh. Just disgusting work. Just disgusting work. Anyway. I had to get that off my chest. Do you really think so? Of course. Besides, what's important right now is deciding what to do next. Am I right? She's right, Mr. Minister. Yes, of course. I do believe she is. What is it now? I just don't know. What should I do next? You'll figure it out. We believe in you. Sissel, if you hadn't come to my cell tonight, I would be gone by now, without ever having known any of this. This is what I deserve. That's what I told myself these past 5 years. Things are different now. Thanks to you, my eyes have finally been opened. Tonight, I've come into contact with a lot of people's lives. and got involved in their fates. And the only reason I was doing it was to regain my own lost memory. But things are different now. We're connected to each other somehow. I just know it. And that's why I need to ask you a few more questions in order to find the truth about us. Fair enough. Fair enough. Fire away. Oh, I'm here too. Cecil told me all about it, Detective Jowd. About the manipulator. Yes. And it looks like this manipulator really did a number on the minister too. Ah! Please don't pick on the minister. If he dies again, I'm the one who has to save him. Ooh! Cecil, do you think that's what happened to me too? What are you talking about, Lynn? Don't tell me. You were manipulated too. There was always a part of me that just couldn't believe it. That image of the one who shot me. But now I see the possibility of a new explanation. Oh, I think that was Cecil speaking there. But who is it? And why did they do it? The contraption was a birthday surprise for Camilla's mother, wasn't it? That's right. Something's been bothering me about it. I feel like I know that device from somewhere. No surprise there. You lost your life one night because of that machine. Right? I knew it. See, Detective Jowd? No, I'm afraid I don't see. I told Detective Jowd about it. Detective. I told him about seeing the exact same contraption tonight in a completely different place. That's very strange indeed. A junkyard on the edge of town. I've never even heard of the place. And what's more, I've never told a single soul about the contraption. You haven't? That old pigeon guy. Who in the world is he? Detective Jowd, you must have heard this name before. Temsic? The meteorite that fell in the park 10 years ago. You were there. So you found out about that, did you? I hear that meteorite saved little Lynn's life. That's right. I couldn't do anything to help Lynn that day. But in that case, I don't get it. If it's true, doesn't it mean you didn't steal somebody's life away? What are you talking about? Detective Jowd, you told me that 10 years ago, the person who killed the perpetrator in the park was you. What? But it was a meteorite. I wasn't lying. I stole that man's life away. No question about it. It was entirely my fault. I was just about to shoot him. I would have shot him in the next instant if the meteorite hadn't come. At that point, I was already a murderer. That's not true! You were trying to save me! Lynn, I'm sorry, but I don't think that's really it. Huh? On that day 10 years ago, a different incident happened in another place. Another place? Yes, in that police headquarters interrogation room, there was a sort of incident. A suspect who was being questioned escaped. Wow, I didn't know about that. I happened to be there in the detective division, so I joined the chase. Unfortunately, or I guess, unfortunately, I was able to track him down alone in the park. Hold it right there! I fired a warning shot. I wanted to catch him, bad. That warning shot made him panic. At the time, I was a young and green detective, brandishing my sense of justice like a sword. I made him panic and got you involved, Lynn. It was all my fault. Detective Jowd. All I could see was my target. Couldn't even see you. I'm so sorry, Lynn. So the man who grabbed me died that day. These last 10 years, I've never forgotten his face. Then a few years after that, when my wife Alma died in such a mysterious way, I thought it was fate, my punishment for what I'd done. I painted pictures in my cell, nothing but portraits of people's faces. All the faces of the many people I'd met in my life and didn't want to forget. And tonight, I finished my last portrait, the final face I wanted to remember. the final face. The face of the man in that park in the park that day. Oh, wait, just 1 minute. That can't be. I saw that painting. I saw the face you painted tonight. It was my face. Are you telling me I was the man in the park that time? That's right. That face of yours is the face I saw 10 years ago. The face of the man whose life I stole. Of the man who was pronounced dead at the scene. But hold on, Detective Jowd. That can't be true. I just met Cecil for the first time tonight. And he died right in front of me. By the way, the name that I know the man in the park that day by isn't Cecil. What? From the first minute I laid eyes on you tonight, I've been wondering, who in the world is this guy? No, you know what this is gonna be? This is gonna be spoilers for AI the Somnium Files, the first. So if you don't want to hear that, mute me for 10 seconds. This is an AI the Somnium File situation. The guy we know as Cecil with the blonde hair is actually Ray. Okay? And so then Ray like did the bad things, and then somehow it's a bunch of like body possession stuff, because we already know we're dealing with body possession, right? So if we're going off the Ray theory, then Ray was the detective, what's his face, Jowd here. He knew the blonde-haired spiky guy as Ray, and that's his original name. But then they've switched bodies at some point. I don't know who the second body would technically be, but the guy we know, Cecil, this is not his original body. And it was like a forced, like, switch at some point. That's the theory I'm working with now. It's a Somnium Files case. I'm probably so wrong. All right. Mr. Minister, Inspector Cabanella, where are you? Just be quiet and listen. This is our demand. What? Demand? Our demand hasn't changed. The execution must be tonight. Once we've confirmed it's been carried out, we'll release the hostage. What are you talking about, Inspector Cabanella? And you know it wasn't my daughter who was abducted. Does it really matter who the hostage is? A life is a life, even if it's the daughter of a death row prisoner. Once the criminal gets the punishment he deserves, the hostage will go free. Carry out the execution immediately and wait for a call. What is it, Mr. Minister? You look paler than ever. What in the world? What's going on, Inspector Cabanella? The rock of the gods that fell from the sky 10 years ago twisted the fates of many people and started a chain of tragic events. And, even now, the chain continues to grow even longer. Inspector Cabanella's call proved that to us. Did I expect his heel turn? I mean, I expected him to kind of be... He seemed like a kind of like a piece of shit. So, yes. And the greatest mystery of all has risen to the surface. Who is this me I've been chasing all night? Who? What? Where? When? Why? I thought that's what it was doing. Who am I? I'm even further from knowing that than when I started. It's my favorite little note there. At the end. Not only am I bad at puzzles, but I'm also obnoxious. 10 years ago, a man named Cecil, in quotes, took a little girl named Lynn hostage. and then was killed by a meteorite fragment. Tonight, a man named Sissel met a detective named Lynn at a junkyard on the edge of town, and then was killed by a bullet. But the scene I find waiting for me on the other end of the phone line feels like the final nail in the coffin of my lost memory. I see myself. Oh god, it's the Ray. I'm telling you. Body possession. Fucking... Date. I don't know. Now I'm just saying things. Alright. There you are, Commander Sith. Finally. Oh man, what voice? Oh fuck. Sissel, where have you been, my good man? We've been looking everywhere for you. Had a little unfinished business to take care of. Didn't think it would take this long. What about your people? Sure went out of their way to mess me up. I say, I believe we fulfilled every one of your conditions in our little deal. What right do you have to complain about anything outside our bargain? We can talk about that when we get together. This will be our last communication by telephone. We'll arrive in 1 hour. I look forward to seeing you, Sissel. Dawn is approaching. The darkness surrounding my own mystery is deep, but I know it's always darkest before the dawn. Yeah. Yes. We're nearing the final stages of our little deal, my good man. Yes, sir. All preparations are complete, sir. And we just had a report, sir. Light's been spotted, sir. Have they now? By all means, let me have a look. Yes, we're very close. We'll now disconnect from the communication cable and have no service until we arrive, sir. Very well. Oh, look at that. Wait, oh. Nice try, Inspector Cabanella. But you could never stop me. See ya, sucker. Trick time. Into his body. Hey, do you think you could wake up for me? Oh boy. Still unconscious, eh? Guess we haven't been dead for, he hasn't been dead for very long then. I'll just go ahead and go back to 4 minutes before his death. I'm a little nervous about what I might see here though. But that's where I'm gonna find my answers. Can't run away from it. Alright, let's hope for a slightly easier puzzle for myself, yeah? For everyone's sake. Once a criminal gets the punishment he deserves, the hostage will go free. Carry out the execution immediately and wait for our call. Oh no. That's a good boy. Gee, hostage sure is a handy thing. Gives me complete control over the top police inspector in the country. What's the matter? All those broken bones smart a bit? What's it feel like to feel pain? Or what's it like to feel pain? Does it make you feel alive? Why are you doing this? Now, is that any kind of question for a top inspector to ask? Isn't it obvious? Revenge, of course. Revenge on all the people who stole my life away 10 years ago. Don't be ridiculous. It was a meteorite that stole your life. Or have you forgotten that? Wrong. I was murdered by all of you. Detective Jowd, who chased me down and forced me into a corner even though I was innocent. Lynn, that girl was right there where I was running. Lynn? She was just an innocent little girl playing in the park. If that brat hadn't been there, I never would have thought of taking a hostage. It's the most self-centered garbage I've ever heard. And finally, you, Inspector Cabanela. Me? If you hadn't done what you did, I never would have pointed a gun at that kid. You were so proud of your spotless record, and my case was the one blot on it, wasn't it? Only two people know the real truth. Me and Detective Jowd. I bet tonight's execution will be quite a relief to you, won't it? One of the people who know about the stain on your record will disappear for good. That's why you didn't help him escape from prison. That's the kind of guy you are. I got nothing to say to you. You'd never listen anyway. Nice. Bang! Oh, but he's just gonna... Oh my god. Oh, that's creepy. Oh, creeper. Creepy moves. Watch out. I would actually, like, scream really loud if I saw that. Ye gods! Now then, Inspector. Time to make a big red stain on your spotless white coat. Smack. Oh, shit. This was another condition of my deal. To wipe out everybody who knew about Temsic. Bang! I'll see, this is going to be tricky because we're essentially facing off against someone who has ghost manipulation powers. It's like a boss fight in this game. Revenge. That's what I'm up to? None of this makes any sense. Hey, man. Hey, man. Mind telling me what's going on? Inspector Cabanela. He's awake. My head is spinning, baby. Am I to understand a Cabanela character who just got shot is me? That's right. And you're supposed to be the scoundrel there who just shot me? I guess so. But you couldn't be, could you? Huh? After all, the guy in the red suit just walked out the door, right? So, who are you? Guess I just have to face it. I'm not that Sissel guy. I'm somebody who's searching for myself, or for himself. That's why I'm here to save you. At the very least, you have information about that guy in red. Information I need. So you came on a rescue mission now, did you? Doesn't like the sound of that, baby! Because there's a very important life here somewhere. A life valuable to this nation. Okay, so do your thing, baby! Puzzle! Trick time. That's a good boy. Gee, a hostage sure is a handy thing. Gives me complete control over the top police inspector in the country. Alright. We don't have, at the very least, we don't have extra dog powers to worry about. Go back to the OG. Look at him. There's that something emanating from his body. Is it really the sign of having special powers of the dead? I can dial, telephone, turn lamp, swivel, close spout lid, examine a book, rock helmet. Huh. What's going on? I've never seen the ghost world like this. So you're here, are you? He sensed my presence. Uh-oh. I noticed you. You think you can stop me, do you? I don't know why you're wearing my face, but you might as well give up now. I control everything. Damn it! Everything, including the life of this police inspector in white. Oh, wait, don't shoot. Bang. Oh. This other me knows the powers of the dead well. Who wouldn't notice what you just did? You were practically shouting, "Look at me, baby!" Looks like it might be hard to save you under these circumstances. Guess I can't use my powers right in front of him like that. Guess better rewind the clock again and see if I can pick up any other clues. Okay. So I can't do obvious things. Or something like that. Lid. I'd assume turning on the lamp is also probably a level of something I didn't want to do. Why was I rock helmet? Oh. Oh no, is that too much too? Oh god! No, let me go back. Let me go back. No. Ah! Okay, I didn't have to see it all. Thank God. Alright, so seemingly the only thing I can do without him noticing is closing the lid there. Turning on the light would be too much, I would imagine. Actually, should I confirm just in case? Okay. Got him. Beat him. Beat him to it. I guess if I learned anything about the fucking the ball globe thing, I should test everything before I write it off. Okay, so there's this. And I can move up to book. Top of the bookshelf is lined with books. This one on top is balanced so precariously. Just wonder it doesn't fall off. How did the old pigeon guy even reach up here? I wonder if he makes his pigeon fetch it for him. So I cannot do anything until... So let's just wait a sec. Waiting. Noticing. Oh. Position. What's the matter? Oh, this broken bone's smart a bit. What's it feel like? I always say, what's it feel like? What's it like to feel pain? Does it make you feel alive? Why are you doing this? Now, is that any kind of question for a top inspector to ask? Isn't it obvious? Revenge, of course. Revenge on all the people who stole my life away 10 years ago. Alright, now we can move. Oh, we're moving. Look at this place. What in the world happened here? I think I'm starting to remember. Something bad happened here. And now, there's another death lying hidden here. What? Another death? Didn't I tell you from the start? Didn't I say there was a very important life valuable to the nation here? I thought you were talking about you. I'm just a crazy character in a white coat, baby. Oh, man. Hey, come to think of it, where's that old pigeon guy? Nice. Toolbox open, measuring device examine. We're moving. Excuse me? Are you awake? Of course! I never sleep during work hours. That's not the voice I gave him before. Whatever. Professor, do you there's too many voices. Professor, do you recognize me? There's only one crazy character in a white coat that I know of. He hasn't lost his memory. I'm not the type who likes losing things. But never mind that. Cabanilla, this is quite a surprising guest you've brought with you. Pretending like he didn't just blow up the place. Are you talking about me? Oh, this is a different guy, and I'm his guest, actually. Said he came to rescue us. Unlike you, my sharp friend, he still hasn't gotten his memory back. Pitiful. Ouch, that hurts. Anyway, now we'll be going back to 4 minutes before your death, in order to change your fate, that is. But aren't we already in the past, man? We can go back even further. We've done it before. Still don't see a path to saving Inspector Cabanela, but if we go back further, maybe I'll find a lead. Rewind time. Do you think, like, alternate universe, like, someone with these powers that could just keep going back 4 minutes and 4 minutes and 4 minutes, like, if you were just, like, super bored and you wanted to go back to, like, caveman times, all you'd have to do is, within the span of 4 minutes, you would just have to find a path to another dead body of someone that died relatively soon. So you could just, like, it would be like the ultimate game. Like, let's say our main guy, Sissel here, didn't have to solve, like, a case, right? And, like, try to get his life back or whatever. If you had this ghost power, you could, it's like, you know, like that game where you, like, go to Wikipedia and you start on the page of one thing, and then you gotta, like, get to the end of, like, you gotta get to the, another random Wikipedia page in as little movements as possible. It would essentially be a game of that. You would have to, like, you would just have to go, like, all around the world finding recently dead bodies, and then just, like, I guess just going, like, 4 minutes, and then you could go, like, 4 minutes. I guess I'm making it harder than it would. I guess you could just go to, I wonder if old bodies, like, does expire, because we've been going into, like, recently dead ones. I don't know. I don't know what the limitations of the power are, but it'd be a hell of a lot funner than whatever's going on in this game. As far as having to solve cases, I'd rather take it for a joyride. I'd rather just go and then somehow find yourself back all the way. And like I said, I don't know. Could you? I mean, we've done the dog thing. So yeah, a dinosaur in a museum. If it's just his bones, again, we get into what are the limitations of the power, right? Do bones count? Is that enough of a substance to, like, go back? Or does that not carry enough of, like, a dead body's, like... These are the questions that are really important. Anyway. Oh, man, that would be fun, though. How many times do I have to tell you, Professor? This place is dangerous. Don't be daft. I can't leave now. Oh, I could just go like this. I could just, for his voice, I could just be like, he's completely dead, but just as I thought, I'm getting a reading. This is the source of his powers. If I remove it... He's not dead, he's just not there. The true form of the manipulator isn't something you can detect. It's a spirit. Ridiculous. So you figured it all out, huh? You're a clever man, Inspector Cabanela. So it's really true. I wasted a lot of time tonight because of you, Inspector. But it's all just like you said. I died 10 years ago. This body's just a vessel, a shell. I control everything. The shell, people. Just like I control the Justice, Mister and Lynn. So it's true. You were manipulating my baby that time. You made her shoot your shell. But why? Why would you do a thing like that? To create conclusive evidence, you know, on that security tape. Now she's a murderer too. She'll suffer just like Zhao did. Now then, Professor. I'm afraid it's time for you to die. I don't have any grudge against you. I'm even grateful to you. Oh, yeah? So why don't you let me live then? I'll be leaving this country forever tonight. But before I do, I need to erase all evidence that these powers of mine exist. Along with the contraption in this room. This time, the thing will work the way it was meant to, and it'll all be over. Cupid won't turn this time. He'll shoot his little arrow this way. Professor, look out! Dynamite, eh? And the devil did he put that there? He planned it all out tonight, having my baby shoot him, having his corpse disappear. His corpse disappeared. That medical examiner, remember him? He was a complete and utter imposter. Oh man, the blue skin. I thought it was suspicious. He said he was going to take the corpse back to the lab, but he already made a deal with the manipulator to meet him and give him the body back. But I wasn't going to let that happen, baby. You saw through their plan, eh? I noticed right away the medical examiner didn't know the first thing about examining a body. I knew he was a fake, so I tracked him down and brought him here. Bottom off? Or bottom off, not bottom here. But I had him smuggle the corpse to this room. Thought we could find the source of his powers. Of course, never in my wildest dreams did I think his abilities were powers of the dead. Anyway, there isn't much time. He's leaving the country before dawn. And I'm gonna follow him, of course, after I save you two. But something's been nagging at the back of my mind. Remember what Ray said to me tonight. He said that spirits cease to exist when the day breaks. But if that's true, how could a spirit from 10 years ago still be here? No time for thinking now, baby! Action is the name of the game! Work your magic and take us back, even further into the past. He's gonna take you back to the past. Play some shitty games that suck ass. Alright, here I go. A door, open. Is he just gonna fall? It's no use, I can't open it. Does the fact that the professor's standing on it have anything to do with it? I may look small, but I'm pretty every set. Sounds so proud of that fact too. This door, such a pity. Too bad it doesn't open downward. Sometimes life can be so hard. Wouldn't you agree, Professor? Yeah, that's why we're both dead. A door that opens downward, eh? A door that opens downward, eh? I'm like stuck here at the moment. What in the world is this thing? This device has a meter of data entered into it. If it detects Temsic radiation, it responds. Got that, kid? Isn't it a lovely thing? Sometimes it's important not to think about things too much. What a sorry pair. Alright, I can move to this. Just waving that stick thing around. Fool, what do you think you're doing? I just thought I'd try it out. If you do, you're going to set the contraption in motion. Oh, yeah. I just thought, he just thought he'd blow me up is what he thought. Oops, that was my bad. But there aren't a whole lot of things I can use my tricks on in this room. He's completely dead, but just as I thought, I'm getting a reading. to the source of his powers. If I remove it... He's not dead, he's just not there. The true form of the manipulator isn't something you can detect, it's a spirit. So then he goes, brrr. So they're doing their thing. Ah. I thought I had a chance there to open it. A door that opens downward, eh? Oh, that's nothing comes there. Sizzle. Hey, I know that voice. Help me! Where are you? Find me before I'm carried away. Hmm? What's with the frail son and call for help? He's here somewhere. A friend of yours? Yep, little guy that looks a little fragile, but has strength that'd surprise you. Well, he's asking you to find him. And before he's carried away, no less. But I'm almost out of time. Should I look for him? Where the what? Before he's carried away. Sissel! There he is again. Farewell! Sounds like your little pal was carried away. Where was he? Maybe you should have tried to find him somehow. Maybe you should have looked around, you know, from corner to corner, baby. Now what? Maybe I should start over. Oh, come on. You gave me the fucking answer, chat. Yeah, the game was gonna tell me. Come on now. I know my performance in the last puzzle was quite sad. But give me a chance, all right? Don't make me feel even worse. Where the fact where it's like, damn, we really need to like get him. we need to tell him that he can look around when the game was very close to just doing it for me. Ugh. Ah, Jesus. All right, let's see. I'm looking around. Oh my God! Now I'm immediately interested in this rat situation. Like, I'm only gonna be looking at these rats for a sec. Hey, I know that voice. Find me before I'm carried away. Nice. Sissel, here I am. Oh, hey, it's Missile. What are you doing there? Do you really have to ask? Seriously, are you really going there? No, that's okay. Never mind. Anyway, I need your powers. Will you help me out? Because the dog mixing powers worked so well for me last time. The game is giving me a second chance to redeem myself here. Will you help me out? Of course! Here, let me come join you. Also, hella convenient that, like, fucking the leaf just blowed. Just so conveniently here. We'd be doomed. We'd be doomed without Leaf Dog. Alright, here, let me come join you. The dog powers are not the part that went wrong. God, you're such a hater. Okay, here I am, Sissel. Now maybe things will flow in a new direction. Even though the flow of the sewer is a little bit stinky. Oh, fate changed just with that? Crazy. Here I go. Dog powers. Extension. Door. Measuring device. Ooh, look at that long stick. Motor. Ooh. Is it things that look similar? Where else can I move? Telephone, lamp, ball, cake. Gotta see what it is. I can motor. There's something up there, but I can't reach. Can't manipulate items. What am I currently in? The soul? There we go. So I was just waiting and chilling there. Measuring device. Tire. The squeaky guys are making a fuss about something. Sissel, my animal instincts are starting to surface. If you mean you want to chase them, I think you have to be alive to do that. There must be some kind of rat feast in that trash can. A rat feast, you say? Those things usually make... Oh. Those things usually make a bigger commotion than that. A bigger commotion, eh? A bigger commotion. Okay. All of this happening within the span of a second, apparently. These rats are able to move in suspended time or something. Now that's what I'd call some proper commotion. They're making that trash can dance. Truth be told, I feel a bit like dancing now myself. It's getting harder and harder to hold my wild instincts back. What a dangerous bunch. What now do I do? Do I watch what they're getting out? I don't know what that did for me. Oh, till death. Oh, God. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Look at that. Clutch, split nanosecond switching. Sorry, little pigeon. As for you, Inspector, I have a little job for you. I can't move. I think I have 4 or 5 broken bones. I don't mind. Won't prevent me from manipulating you. Might make it hurt a little bit when I move you, though. Quite a bit, actually. Damn you! I can't believe it. The lad actually pulled it off. Sorry, Inspector Cabanella. Couldn't do anything to help you. And there I am, a poor, broken heap of arms and legs. But, no matter. I enjoyed the show. The magic disappearing act, that is. Nothing like it, baby. Yeah, except, unlike a normal magic trick, I'm the one that managed to vanish without a trace here. Update the phone book. Fate averted. What's the matter? You look like you'd rather be dead. Not that you aren't. I was just remembering the fact that right about now, the real me is giving the poor Justice Minister a real fright. Oh, that phone call? Yeah, he was pretty upset. Excuse me, mister? You really shouldn't be mean like that. And what's this lively little creature? Oh, this little doggy is the warrior who keeps Camilla safe. Or he would be if he was actually still full of life. Camilla. Gods in heaven, what a terrible thing. That poor little girl, taken hostage. It's a cruel twist of fate, indeed. Oh, wait just a minute. Miss Camilla's a hostage? Yes, we're sorry, little warrior. Miss Camilla, a hostage? What's a hostage? That's good. Best character in this game, Missile. Easily. Anyway, Inspector Cabanella. It's time to save your life now. But you couldn't get very far when you tried before, am I right? But this time it's different, right, Sissel? That's right. With us working together, it's a whole different situation. We'll save the Inspector in white, and then we'll go rescue Camilla, okay? Okay, let's hurry up and get through this. Gee, kids, you're making me feel like an afterthought. Alright, let's get started. Inspector Cabanella is upstairs, so our first step is to get up there. Sissel, I'll go up first and wait for you. Okay, lovey dove, we need your help. Carry this measuring device upstairs. It has Mr. Ghost in it, so don't drop it. Carry me. There you are, Sissel. Sorry for the wait, Missile. 4 minutes from now, the Inspector will be killed by a gun. You just jump in there and stop him from firing, would you? There you go again with that stuff. Besides, it doesn't make any sense. If you stop him from firing, he'll just kill his mother way. Wait a minute, that sounds familiar. Yep, same situation as mine. Your best bet this time around is to allow him to shoot and then save Cabanella without him noticing. Whew, even worse than last time. Anywho, jump in there and do something! Okay, I'm ready to jump in, Sissel. Don't forget, whenever you want to use my powers, just tap R2. Press the R2 button. I'm in a ladder. Microscope, photos, knit hat. I am stuck here. Uh, uh. What can... hoist. Stuck on something, it won't budge. Maybe the man in white put a curse on it. Yeah, like a message. Do something to help me. Ooh, that's spooky. I have a message for you. I'll tell you myself. Thank you very much. Okay, go ahead. Stop messing with the battered old hoist and do something to help me. You heard him, Sissel. Oh boy. Okay, I really can't do anything right now as him. So let me look around again. What's this? Do I have to just wait for a sec? Oh yeah, he knocks this down, duh. Wait, doesn't he get shot and then sent back to the chair? Oh, fuck. Oh, it's the creepy movement again. Oh, God. Okay, now... this is important, because now I can access this. Which means I can get over here. Microscope. Photos. Jiggle knit hat? Oh boy. Do I want to look at photos? Probably not. Oh shit, knit hat on grounds. Do I just let it play out, or do I, like, swivel the lamp into him or something? I gotta try something, right? I'd assume that's probably not. I got too antsy. Oh, I'm all the way back here. Is it his back turned? Is that what it is? Ah. Bang. There's just, I know I keep saying it, but there's something very creepy about that movement there. Just how it's animated. Jiggle that hat. Jiggle it faster. Like, what happens here now? I forgot that the hat there, the helmet or whatever the fuck it's called, it was enough to disrupt him as well. I forgot that was a thing. Okay, I gotta think. The fact that you can move the lamp when his back's turned makes me think that that's either part of the solution or it's there's another object that has that same kind of thing where when his back is turned, you could do stuff. If that makes sense. Bangs. I don't know why. It's not like we could do anything with the phone because it's not being called. Turns back. What happens if I turn the light on? Does he notice that? No. Will he get the helmet? Okay, I had to test. Oh, he said, what was that? No, we're fine. Okay, so we're able to get the helmet, swivel the desk lamp, turn it on technically, all without him recognizing. He then does this. Let me just make sure it's nothing weird here. Old pictures of what look like little fragments of rock. Those are Timsic fragments. It's an article from back when it was big news. 10 years ago, nobody really understood it. Guess it's still true today. I don't think the microscope. Would getting the dog over here do anything for us? Would I want the dog to be... What am I missing once I swap these things? There must be like one step I'm missing. I could... No, the dog being over here does not help at all. Removing the helmet allows it then not to just fall into the ground. Might as well try it. Wait, where'd it go? Did it just go to the ground? Oh! What? Oh! No! I need a rewind function. Where's my rewind function? Just one step backwards function. Is there a way? Alright, so just jostling it here. Rustling the jimmies of the hat. I don't think you can actually... If there's some way to do this on the stick, I don't think I'm supposed to hit this now helmet to... I mean, I would imagine not. Maybe I can. Let me try a couple. Ah. This thing is... I don't know if what I'm trying to do that makes any sense. I don't know if what... I don't think I can draw a clean line between the helmet and the knit hat that I'm like, it's... Oh, there it is. It did it, and it didn't work. Okay, so cross that off my possibilities list. So then, what the fuck? The other... Open a spout lid. Examine a book. Turn on a lamp. Jiggle the hat. I put the book on here. Would getting the book over there do anything for me? I don't think so. Opening the spout lid doesn't seem to do much. even try it. There's nothing over here. That's upsetting. God damn it, this is gonna be the same thing like the last puzzle. There's one small thing I'm not seeing. How frustrating. Okay, let me think. I'm not gonna feel defeated yet. Desk lamp. If it was not, well, we had to swivel it to get to the helmet. And that's the thing. And then once we took it off and knocked it down to his feet, that's when his body's gonna stay, like, stays facing carbonara pasta guy. I mean, my options don't seem... Nothing, the hoisting, that doesn't do anything. Moving the step ladder now at this point doesn't seem like it does much. Examine a book wouldn't do much. Turn on a desk lamp, but is that just gonna alert him? Jiggle hat or fall down to his feet. Doesn't alert him, but it doesn't really seem to change much now, does it? Swiveling would definitely just alert him. Okay, I wanted to make sure there wasn't some trick where... I don't know. You would think, oh god, it lines up. I mean, where a fucking knit hat can then take the place ever so perfectly on this little hook. But then, so then you would think, okay, well then I can knock it off. But then what? And then when you interact, it just falls to the ground. And what can I do when it's just on the ground? Or is it not supposed to hit the ground? But then I don't know what else could get in the way. It's not like it gets interrupted by the desk lamp. It doesn't seem like it gets interrupted by the kettle anyway. Can't interact with it anymore once it's hit the ground. Also, doesn't seem like there's anything that can change places with it once it's hit the ground. Which then makes you also think maybe it's not that you interact with it while it's on the hook, but then you switch places with something while it's on the hook. But I don't know. Dun 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 dun. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Seeing the dog's face does cheer me up just slightly, though. But just ever so slightly. Helmet, book. Helmet, book, kettle, phone, light switch, helmet. Microscope, photos, knit hat. Bangs on the thing. Kettle is currently closed. Does that matter? So it's back to what I was saying earlier, is that once I knock the... Once I knock helmet off, then he's set looking this way until the end. So I need to make sure... Knocking off helmet just exposes the hook, where then in theory the knit hat is supposed to go, you would think, by how things have been interacting. But in what order? Is it, can you... Here, get it out of the way. Okay, so technically I can get it out. It's not locked in if you just quickly switch out. But again, I don't think that changes much for me. But it is a difference, so maybe... The whole problem was... I don't think my problem is the lamp being one way or the other. I don't think. But I also don't claim to know anything. I'm very dumb. No, I know what the actual worst part of this is. I know my brother is watching this series, and like he's gonna say some shit right about this time where he's like, I can't believe you didn't notice the whatever doing this thing. Like, I'm gonna have to deal with it. I'm gonna have to, like, random internet people, I don't care what they say about me. They can say I'm dumb all they want. Doesn't faze me at all. Your own brother, your own blood. God. Thinking less of you because you can't solve a stupid puzzle game? God. The pressure. It's too much. Maybe that's what it is. I have like a weird... There's like, Okay, let's just see if the lamp change in position means anything. I don't... Oh, that's not what I meant to say. I don't think it does. I don't think this changes anything for us. Move. Move. Why isn't it moving? Oh, I'm not. Oh, I was the dog. No, fuck. 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 Jostle. Step ladder. Shit, I'm hitting buttons just randomly. Get out of here. Oh wait, but then you can't even get to the hat. Wait. See, this was what I was trying to do earlier, but it doesn't actually matter. Nothing matters. I didn't think this was working either, but I wanted to just try things. I don't want to just sit here doing the same exact thing over and over again. Ugh. Spout. What is this? I think the spout is a red herring. Nothing's happening. It's not moving any needles. They don't care. And now, the worst part is I can't even jostle. I can't even get up here. So if you move the lamp, you effectively locked yourself out, I think, as Sissel getting to the knit hat. Oh. I mean, dog. Come on, man. There's no way to hell I gotta use the 2 puzzles we do tonight. I gotta use look up hints each time. Damn. Absolutely terrible Puzzle Wednesday. I gotta think. Yeah, it's just like, you know how I can, you know, the better way I can describe my slight dissatisfaction with the puzzles is that it's like, it's always gonna be one little like thing, and it's pretty hard, at least to my brain, how to like narrow down or like work around the thing that you're missing, if that makes sense. So like if a puzzle, and then it's like it presents like, oh, you need to get from point A to B to C to D, and then you're missing point C, but then you can't, there's not like a B1 and a B2 to kind of like work around. It's very much like you just hit a hard wall in the puzzle, and it's like if you just don't get this thing, then you're not seeing it, then you can't like technically try to like work around to find a solution. There's literally like I'm moving objects and things, but like it's just like, you know what I mean? It's like you can't like just like work around the stuck point that you're in. If I'm looking up a hint, could I do something to make it a bit more interesting? What does that mean? I just don't get the question. You want me to turn on while I'm looking up a hint? You want me to like put on face cam and juggle while I'm looking up the hint? Add another layer to the problem, especially because I don't know how to juggle. I don't know why I would say I would juggle. Hmm. Shit. No, I just don't understand what the question is. I'm reading over the comments or your things, and I'm missing what you're asking me to do. I'm not quite understanding exactly what you're asking. Oh, I hit the wrong thing. No, go back. If you do something on the game before looking it up. Oh, you mean this thing? Oh, the fucking triangle thing. Is that what you're talking about? Right on the hook. I love knit hats. Okay, I'm gonna be 100% honest. If that's what you meant, I'm glad you reminded me of the triangle thing. If that's what you were talking about. Because, and the reason I was blinding the triangle thing is because I picked up and noticed during the last puzzle that I was having problems on, the fucking triangle thing was not popping up anywhere when I was fucking struggling with the just needing to spin the fucking globe thing. Whatever. What did he say? I love knit hats, so warm and most of all soft. Hey, now that I'm looking at it, that hat is the same shape as the helmet you just knocked down. Yes. I've said this. I thought so. What? What do you mean? They're the same shape. Yet. Helmet. It only takes, the knit hat only takes the shape of this once you've got it on the hook. That'll probably, if you do something on the game before looking it up, that'll probably give you the same idea as the hint. What? I think my brain's just fried because I'm not. I don't know what you mean by doing something with the game, something on the game. As I'm looking up a hint, if I was to look up something. It's just a fucking disaster of a stream. I'm good for about one of these types of streams. Like once a month. This one does not need to hit the VOD fucking like YouTube. There's just gonna be a missing part. Lost media. All right, so the game says knit hat, same shape as the helmet I knocked onto the ground. Just going to tell you from the start and just let everything play out once. But didn't we see it play out once already? I guess the only difference would be... well, at the very beginning, right? You know what? I'll humor you. Because I'm clearly just a big dumb. So I will just... He's going to shoot. It's too late. Again. I'm going to get shot again. No, wait. Our chance is coming up. The last split second, right? Leave it to me. Oh, would you look at that? Ball's hanging in midair. Right. I really don't like this. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I think this is dumb. I think this is incredibly dumb and a frustrating... What I'm looking at right now. This is so... Oh my god, I don't want to be a hater. I don't want to be a hater. Everything that the game has been teaching you up to this point where you got to do certain stuff before a countdown happens... I'm gonna be if I talk too much shit, I'm gonna be upsetting people. I can't. The bullet is hanging in midair between the gun and the inspector's forehead. Now's our chance. I'm hearing the bullet right now. Let's swap this little thing with something else. What? I've lost all track of voices. It's our only hope. There's got to be something here with the same shape and direction as the bullet. Now, is there? Hurry now! Swap that and bullet with something else! Something here with the same shape. Like the hat? Oh! Okay, I see what's happening then. Wait. Oh, yeah, I guess the bullet and it's the same shape and whatever direction, but it's just much smaller. I mean... I'm gonna make... I'm sorry. I don't know. Is it an unpopular opinion? I see you're agreeing with me in chat. But, like, time will tell. When this part airs on, like, YouTube and shit, I'm sure there's gonna be some dissenting opinions. And being like, oh, no, it's totally fair. It's totally fair that this is a surprise mechanic thing. It's great, actually. You're just dumb. But, like, the game... Alright. When... how do I put it? How do I want to tackle my frustration? Because there's so many angles, right? The game gives you a mechanic and a button to immediately press when you're like, I've run out of options, or I don't see the option, or I want to do things in a different order. They give you, on my controller, the R1 thing to go to this screen where it says try from the beginning. And then, on top of that, the game also gives you this countdown thing that, whether it actually panics you or not, it's not the issue. But it's like, basically, like, you have a certain amount of time, and the actions all happen in the story, and you have a certain routine, and you got to do a certain amount of things before certain things happen. But then, in this one, you have to let the countdown basically end, but you're taught that you would want to stop the thing before and retry because you don't want to go through the same dialogue of what you've already seen. Because naturally, you don't want to repeat the same dialogue that you've already seen and gone over many times. Especially when you're like me, who's like apparently just the worst at these puzzles. And like, you know, you don't want to see the same dialogue and the same actions. Yeah, fucking, I've spent 2 hours on each of these puzzles tonight or whatever, and I'm like, I'm trying to reduce time so that like people aren't watching me watch the same things over and over. And I get it. The best explanation for this is going to be old game is old, right? Like, there's that principle of like, you know, games, even I say back in the day, it's not like Ghost Trick is a super old game, but you'd be when you stop and actually think about it, like modern game conveniences have come a long way even in the last 10 or so years. So like, there's like, I don't want to say necessarily mechanics necessarily, but the implementation and the idea when you're the game maker, when you're the devs, especially when it comes to like a puzzle game or something, you try to reduce the friction points and like the things like this happening. And it's a long tangent that I honestly clearly don't have the time for tonight or the energy, but and again, here's the other thing. Both of these times, I was actually, both the basketball thing from the last puzzle and now this, I basically solved it. This one even closer. I basically solved it. The only thing I failed to do was let the timer go down to 0, basically. I got the hat to where it needed to be. I solved it. There was just one little thing. Bad implementation of a little trick mechanic. And I know, the more I sound bitter about it, the more like, someone could easily watch this and just be like, oh, you just failed at the puzzle, get better, kind of thing. Which, whatever. I fully expect. But like, damn, it doesn't make me feel any better about the situation. Meow, 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 meow. Where's the dog currently? It's fine. I will say though, these frustration points that I'm talking about haven't really reared its heads, whatever you would say, really until like tonight. Like, it's not like this has been steadily like brewing on my end or anything, so I'll give it at least that. It's just tonight I feel like I've gotten 2 puzzles that really just did me so dirty. Like, I feel like I was betrayed by the puzzles tonight, I must say. That's how I would frame it. too late. Also, if I wanted to be really picky, but this is more of a joke pickiness, the can you see my mouse yet again? You can't see the bullet shape. So like, yes, me as a normal person knows what a bullet's kind of shaped like, but let's say like, I don't know, you're an extremely sheltered person or an alien from another planet or something that had no idea what the shape of a bullet looks like. Like, it's a failure of the puzzle to not know then what you... I mean, this is a very extremely small gripe. I gotta get it all out there. You can't see what the actual shape of the thing is. So if, like, you were like, oh, I don't know what this is, you would have even if you got to this point, you would be struggling like, oh, what's the shape? I don't know. In the DS, you could see the shape of all the objects. Peculiar. All right, lads, we did it. I don't think he noticed. Looks like he pulled off another magic disappearing act. Yeah, now he just has to fucking, like, play dead. Has to pretend he got shot. And now I say it again, I love knit hats! So warm and most of all, soft. Did I do alright? You did a fine job, little one. You saved another life. And I'll keep doing it too, over and over! What I saw in just these 4 minutes gave me all the answers I've been looking for. All the research these past 10 years pales in comparison, right, Professor? So you two were working together? That's about the size of it, yeah. Who would believe a story about a manipulator? So we pursued it ourselves, just the two of us. I'm quite a crazy character. Oh. I'm quite a crazy character myself, after all. Okay, let's hurry back to our time. We have to rescue Miss Camilla. You're right, Miss. I'm all over the place now, and there's a certain guy I have to follow too. Oh man. After completing his revenge on Inspector Cabanilla, the man in red left. And now, a new story is about to unfold in a new present. How are you feeling, you old crazy character? Hey there, Prof. We're both alive, I see. Yeah, nothing like it, baby. But I don't know if I'm getting old or what. I've got a few aches and pains here and there. Used to be a little thing like an explosion wouldn't bother me. Yeah, right. Like, I'm going to believe that. So what? The guy in red is gone, eh? Just in case, I posted special investigation units all around the building. Let's just pray the boys came through for us. Hanging with the boys. And I'll be playing. Hanging with the boys. Damn it. You picked a bad time not to listen to me, body of mine. Just like me and my neck. Ow, my neck. If I knew things were going to end up like this, I would have tried to die in that explosion, baby. That way I could have been dancing after Big Red by now. Might be able to erase deaths, but sure I can't do much about injuries. But really, you shouldn't talk that way. Yes, sorry. Suppose you're right. I just hate feeling so helpless. It was right there within my grasp. All the plans were resting on tonight, and then this had to happen. Guess he's thinking about his spotless record. It's not too late, Inspector. We still have a chance. Maybe I can catch him. Say, you're right. That's not a bad idea. I'll cooperate with you fully. Go ahead and fire away with any questions you like, Mr. Ghost. That guy mentioned revenge. Revenge against the people who stole his life away 10 years ago. He's a fool. He's the one who made the decision to take that little girl hostage, and he wound up dead. He only has himself to blame. But what about when he said this? I was murdered by all of you. Detective Jowd, who forced me into a corner. Lynn goes playing in the park. And finally you, Inspector Cabanella. If you hadn't done what you did, I never would have pointed a gun at that kid. Yes, 10 years ago on that day, Special Investigation Unit was working on a certain big case. We hauled in a young man, important witness to our investigation. And then I did it. I made 2 very stupid mistakes. Detective, I'm telling you, I don't know anything about it. Fine, fine. You're under no obligation to talk, of course. But if you don't, Special Investigation Unit can make the rest of your life a living hell. But I just been assigned to the Special Investigation Unit, you see. Didn't share much info on big cases with a newbie like me yet, and I wanted to impress them. It was only supposed to be a simple matter of taking a statement. But I was too green. I pushed him too hard. I drove him to a corner. Made him lose all hope. That was my first mistake. And then I made another mistake on top of that. Cabanella, got a minute? The chief wants to see about your report. Got it, I'll be right there. You stay right here and be a good boy now. That's when I did it. I left it behind in the interrogation room. My gun. How could you? He used my gun to escape. What he said is true. That's a really bad mistake. I gotta say, like, let's not gloss over that too quickly. He was interrogating a guy and then just left his gun in the room or whatever. That's so bad. So bad for apparently a top investigative man. What he said is true. If I had made that mistake, he never would have had a gun to point at Lynn in the first place. We first found out about the manipulator's existence during certain overseas communication. Overseas communication? For national security purposes, this country keeps tabs on the communications network. Oh, he's at the top now. Well, still. Okay, I take it. Fine. Not even if he's wasn't top back then. I just for anyone. Bad mistake. For national security purposes, this country keeps tabs on the communications networks. This particular communication was about making a deal with a certain foreign country. He said he wanted them to buy him and his powers. That's how we first heard about him. Of course, we didn't know what he looked like at the time. In order to prove these powers of his, he gave them 2 predictions. He foresaw 2 completely preposterous, impossible cases. The case of a man who would sing national secrets during a live rock concert broadcast. In the case of a man who would take the chief commissioner hostage in his own office. There's 2 inmates at the special prison, eh? We kept tabs on their communications and launched an investigation. And then, finally, we pinpointed where they were going to meet tonight and staked it out. That restaurant, the Chicken Kitchen. The manipulator plans on leaving this country tonight on a submarine that belongs to the other country in this deal. Submarine? But we haven't been able to find out where it's going to surface. It's terrifying to think that would happen if his powers were to fall into their hands. Right. Highly unlikely they'd use them for peaceful purposes. And now they have the little girl as a hostage. Camilla, we have to stop him before he leaves the country. The spotless record of yours, is it really that important to you? Of course, baby. In some ways, it's more important to me than my life. and your life, eh? After all, it's because of my record that I'm able to get my hands on all intel as head of the Special Investigation Unit. And because of my position, I get to direct all aspects of their investigation of the Manipulator case. The Manipulator case? That's why you cared about your record so much? Of course! Why else, baby? I just never could believe it, man. Jowd, shooting Alma. I didn't care that he confessed. There was definitely something more to the story. Some secret. I did everything I could to climb the ladder. Everything in my power. And then I finally found the answer. It took 5 long years, though. The Manipulator is going to prove that Jowd is innocent. What incredible determination. What incredible determination. There's one thing I just don't understand. If you were so determined to help Detective Jowd, why didn't you help him escape from prison? That's an easy one, baby. Escaping from prison is a crime. I wasn't about to help him commit a crime after spending 5 years trying to prove him innocent. And he himself asked to be executed, you know? As a man of the law, I had to make sure the execution was stopped legally. And that's why I brought him before the Justice Minister, too. I needed to buy as much time as I possibly could, baby. So that's it, eh? But there's one little unfortunate result of all this. Lynn completely misunderstood your intentions. Huh, what a little what's a little misunderstanding? My baby will come around. Give it time. But there are more important things to do with our time tonight. More important things to do. Mr. Superintendent, do you mind if I talk to you for a minute? I haven't always been a junkyard superintendent, you know. I used to be part of the police. Police, huh? Not as a detective, but as a medical examiner. I investigate victims' cause of death. 10 years ago, I was asked to autopsy a strange corpse. Hit by a meteorite fragment and died instantly. That's what the police report said. Terrible voice. There were no signs of life. He was definitely dead. But I never filed an autopsy report. It's because the corpse suddenly vanished, leaving behind only one clue. An unusual corpse. I bet that's what I've been chasing all night. An unusual corpse. I bet that's all I've been chasing all night. Could you tell me more? Yeah, sure. I have an interest in you recovering your memory and finding your true identity, too. That's the only way I can describe it, too. It was an unusual corpse. He was dead, alright. No question about that. But there wasn't a scratch on him. Not a scratch. But I thought he was hit by a meteorite fragment. I don't understand it any more than you do. I was completely bewildered, but when I tried to autopsy him, I was even more puzzled. I couldn't perform the autopsy. You couldn't? What do you mean? The scalpel went in, but I couldn't cut. As soon as I tried to make an incision, it would heal up in the very next instant. And that's how it went. No scarring or blood, either. And I never had the chance to solve the mystery. It's because the corpse up and vanished on us. The morgue is well guarded. Nobody could have stolen that body. But there is one way the corpse could have disappeared. What's that? Got up, opened the door, and walked out on his own. What? He was dead, but he wasn't dead. We saw with our own eyes tonight. Not even that explosion could kill him. He didn't even feel it when he slammed his fist on that stove. The corpse left behind some data from some testing I did. I got some readings for some kind of radiation coming off that body. Radiation? I used all kinds of instruments, but I couldn't determine exactly what kind of radiation it was. Some undiscovered type from a world unknown. Wait a minute, could it be... That's right, it was coming from that meteorite fragment. I went to that parking just to spot where the meteorite fell, and just as I expected, I detected radiation coming from that crater. It was the exact same pattern of radiation as that of the corpse. At the time, I thought he was some kind of immortal being. He would die only to come back to life. I wanted to research it in depth, so I quit my job as a police medical examiner. Several years later, I came to learn the connection between my research and the manipulator case. Thanks to the arrival of this crazy character here. Oh, stop now, Professor. Do you want to see me blush? It was about a year ago, I'd say. This man in white came dancing into my research lab here. I heard there was an oddball here who's researching Tempsic. Is that you, baby? Or are you recalling anyone an oddball? I was investigating the manipulator case then, and then I heard there was a man who'd quit the police force to study the meteorite. When I heard that, it was like a meteorite had struck me on the head. At the time, we were just starting to get leads on this manipulator. We didn't know who he was yet, but we knew he was communicating with a certain foreign country. In one of those communications, we heard the manipulator say this: "Source of my power is not of this world." And that's when I put two and two together, baby. The manipulator case and Tempsic were somehow connected. Which also explained how 5 years ago he used his powers to manipulate a birthday surprise the little girl made for her mother. He added that gun to the contraption, most likely by controlling Camilla. It's that contraption in the basement here. You built that to try and help Detective Jowd? Question mark. That's right. Jowd and I worked together back when I was with the Force. I used the reports of his case to try and recreate the device, but there was just one part of it that I couldn't reproduce no matter how hard I tried. Camilla told Jowd it had something to do, or it did something it shouldn't have, made an impossible move. I added that part to the device I recreated. Put in a part that would allow Cupid to rotate, otherwise the gun wouldn't fire. So that must mean somebody manipulated Camilla's contraption. As a result, we proved to ourselves that the manipulator actually existed. Inspector Cabanela! Hey, baby. Sorry about that phone call. I must have sounded like a real villain. I hated to spoil your image of me. Of that cool cat inspector you always looked up to. Is that really the image she had of him? Inspector Cabanela, I'm sorry. I just heard. You were chasing after that man all this time to try and help Detective Jowd. This manipulator is such a dangerous character. I was hoping you didn't have to be involved. So that's why you had me arrested tonight, isn't it? Like I always say, somebody's in the way, throw him in the slammer. Yikes. Tonight, I really thought we finally had him. But my body gave out on me right at the critical moment. It's like a cruel joke. Ho ho ho! But a joke is a joke. You might as well laugh. Jowd, the minister called off the execution order. And while he was at it, he let Detective Jowd go free until tomorrow morning, too. It's a pretty extreme way while he was at it. Sorry I took so long to get here. You can leave the rest to me. There you go again. You've always been like that. You make everybody else run around and then you swoop in at the last second. Jeb, 5 years ago, you left this coat with me just before you turned yourself in. I promise to give it back to you one day. Don the coat. Oh, hell yeah. I was so official looking. I've been waiting so long, Detective Jowd. Waiting for this day to come. Thanks for not giving up on me, Lynn. Okay, I'm off then. Good luck, my old friend. This present you gave me is just what I needed. Thank you. Glad you like it. Sissel, are you there? Yeah, I'm here. You and I have to go find that man. I need your help. Will you do this with me? Sure, but how? We don't know where the submarine is and phone line doesn't work. They use communication cables to make their calls. We'll get you hooked up somehow. You'll see. Could you wait here until we do, please? Okay, fine. Counting on you. This true self you're looking for. I bet you'll find it soon. Alright, I'm leaving, Inspector Cabanela. It's almost dawn. I'm not who I thought it was. Actually, further from knowing who I am than ever. But now, don't feel so alone. Each one of us, for his or her own reasons, is looking for the truth. Together, I think we can shed light on these mysteries, and drive away the darkness. But it's almost dawn. I take the way to dawn. A new background. Oh, it's still not as good as my background. Oh, wait. Oh! The face down, ass up background. That might be the change to make for the final stretch. Some new songs. Man, I'm all out of sorts. Songs, some illustrations. Okay, before we forget here. Alright, the Sissel Spirit is done. Sissel dead. It's so in. So yeah. Although I, certainly ascribe to the notion that I shouldn't necessarily have to or feel like I have to. Apologies for just how bad I was tonight at the stream and at the puzzles. Holy shit, I was so bad. That's gotta be painful, dude. Oh my god. Not one of my brightest moments. So yeah. Real ones. Especially VOD watchers. If you don't skip at all during the struggles and you just let the whole thing run, and then once I solve it and then I rant and you listen to that and you listen to my rants, they're the real ones. God, the music is really good in this game. And it's not even like, both what they're calling like the arranged version and then the original version. They're both really good. It's not like one of those cases where like the remastered songs like sound like a lot worse or anything. Or like lose a lot of personality or something. Oof, all right. Great stream. Good job, everyone. We made it. No stream tomorrow. It's Thursday, surprisingly. So, I will not be on tomorrow night, but should, in theory, be back Friday night. So, no idea what we're gonna play then. I don't know if I'm gonna want to jump right back to Ghost Trick or not. So, unfortunately, I don't have any guidance in that department, but it'll be a mystery. I don't think I have much else to say other than I hope in 2 days time I hope my neck is healed, because let me tell you, solving puzzles, one thing, having an injured neck, another thing. Getting frustrated at my inability to solve puzzles while I'm also, if I turn my neck at all, I'm hurting. Sucks. Both of them at the same time, not a fun thing to deal with. Oh, thanks, I appreciate it. Massively appreciate it. No, it's all good. It's that thing where it's probably not that bad, but obviously I don't want to watch back my own streams to double check, but like, and obviously, I also shouldn't care. That's what I'm trying to get at. It's probably not that bad, and also, like, who gives a fuck? If someone is, like, actually like, oh, this makes this shit unwatchable, then they just stop watching. And I wouldn't lose any sleep over it. But I feel bad for the people that do want to really watch it, and then, like, what they're subjected to is as close as you can get to torture from just a video stream. That's the best way I could put it. Oh god. Oh shit, I'm hitting my mic. Oh, with my hand I'm flailing around. All right, I gotta get out. I gotta bounce. Have a nice rest of your night. Take it easy. Stay safe. Stay well. I'll see you guys in another stream. Until then.